Just depends on matchups in a given night. I think, in the Phoenix game, when Brook Lopez with his big wide body was setting the high ball screen, Lonzo was just getting in the paint. He was unguardable. And because Brook can make that top of the key three, Zoe kicked it back to him. And that combination in that game was just rolling. So as you point out, Zoe had lots of shots in that game. But then, in another game, Brandon might have a matchup issue where there's maybe a slower veteran guarding him that he can get around him. So I think what you'll see with this team is on different nights, different guys will emerge. KCP last night kind of
really good
emerged and hit some big shots for us last night. Kyle Kuzma late in the game. So we wanted to build a really versatile roster that's deep and has guys 8, 9, 10 deep where on different nights kind of pick your poison. And the way we want to go defensively too, I think with the length and versatility of Ingram and Kuzma and Corey Brewer and some of these guys, we want to be able to switch on the perimeter and create havoc that way. So that's how the roster's built, and I think you'll see different guys emerging on different nights because we don't have that sort of, first-team All-NBA superstar that's going to get his every night. We're going to be more of it. It'll be done by community.
I would imagine, Rob, that besides your family, one of the people in your life that you speak to most often is Magic Johnson. You guys have been, at the hip since you have taken control of this Lakers thing, and now Magic has a World Series that's going to be keeping his attention over the next few days. What's it been like to experience the Dodgers run this fall with Magic Johnson, and what's he been like the last couple of days?
This is interesting. I'll answer this question in kind of a roundabout way, but I'll tell a story. One of the things we're trying to do with Lakers players is we're trying to bring in outside people of excellence. Magic, obviously, is a person of excellence in everything he does, whether it's Dodgers, whether it's his companies, whether it's Lakers. So we took that trait and we said, how do we bring that to our players? Because we believe that, more informed young men make better basketball players. I think Kobe's another example of that with his insatiable appetite to learn from, Italian Renaissance art to, European soccer, and so our first person that we brought in to speak on excellence was Elon Musk. He actually, the inventor of Tesla and SpaceX, he hosted the Lakers to come over and spend a few hours at his rocket lab. It was just an unbelievable story, and the guys were at the edge of their seats with questions, and this is someone who's like reinventing the world and creating rocket ships that are going to fly us from LA to Paris in 30 minutes, in the next 10 years. So just like the future's in front of you, so our players are looking at it. One of the guys is like, Elon, you're running Tesla, you're running SpaceX, when do you do all this? And he basically doesn't sleep that much. And so my roundabout answer to your question with Magic is, I don't think he sleeps. It's like Dodgers and World Series, and we're on the phone at 11 o'clock after the game, talking about the game. Then he's calling me at 5 in the morning with, different ideas, potential trades. So his energy is just contagious. His vision and leadership, just like he played, I think it drives us all every day. But living through this whole Dodgers run with him and just seeing how excited and invested he is in it, it's unbelievable.
We're talking to Rob Pelinka, the GM of the Lakers. The Lakers will play again Wednesday night at Staples Center against John Wall, Bradley Beal, and the Washington Wizards. Rob, last thing for me, this is the first time when you were an agent, your job was pretty much done a lot of times once you got the player signed, sealed, and delivered. Then you just rooted for the player to be healthy and have a good season. Now you're physically invested in wins and losses. It matters to you specifically whether or not the Lakers win. How have you handled that after 3 games? Are you some people are very good with that, other people are not so good. How have you been in these 3 games so far?
You know, John, you predicted this to me in the offseason. I think I found, unfortunately, major mood swings. You know, it's like after the Phoenix game, I actually